Alright, here it is. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, then you guys know that we've had a half-built slime farm on Minerva for a long time, and it's really hasn't seen any kind of progress. And, well, I'm on the creative server right now, kind of just alone, and I've been setting something up for you guys, so I'll explain what that is in just a second. So, this is the slime farm. This is pretty much what it looks like. This is, if you don't know, the design we're going to use on Minerva. It was designed by Nuclaw. Props to him. And it is the fastest overworld single dimension, I always say overworld, it's the fastest single dimension slime farm design that I'm aware of, about 108,000 slime balls an hour. And we are totally stoked to build it on Minerva, but it doesn't look too good. As you can see, it's just kind of white and bland and a little bit of gray and not that good. And it's see-through, which is cool, but that's pretty much all it has going for it. So that's where we need you guys. Um, Without getting into too many specifics, I think our builders on Minerva just, well, a couple things went wrong. Where first off, they just kind of lost interest in it because it is extremely difficult to build around this, and I'll explain the parameters towards the end. And those who have been working on it, Gulby has been mostly alone. He hasn't been able to give as much time and attention as he'd like to, and I don't believe that this is the highest thing on his priority list when he does have free time. So he has shown interest in me outsourcing. I haven't actually talked to him before making this video, but I think it's fair to say that he could use some help. So let's get into exactly what we're doing with this slime farm and what the hell I'm talking about. Basically, I will be providing a world download of this world, of the entire creative world, but probably just the overworld, where you guys can download it in your single player world, set it up on your servers, work with your friends, honestly just do whatever you want with it. If you're going to use it for yourself, please give us credit, that's all I ask. And I want you guys to come up with the best designs that you can to kind of surround this thing. Now would be a perfect time for me to get into what the theme is. So you might want to get in contact with Gulby15. Let me just Gulby15 on the Minerva Discord. If you search that in, you should be able to find him, or just at him. You should be able to find him, no problem. He's the kind of the leader on this project. He's the guy to talk to. He knows everything because he has the master plan for what the entire octagon is going to look like. I got to be inspected or fly faster, but like you can see that not only is there the slime farm, but there's the Ruby Center and everything we plan to put in the octagon. I don't know what that is. It looks amazing and it's awesome, but I don't know what that mushroom's for, but the whole octagon has been here. It's not exactly an octagon. I don't know why they didn't split these corners, but this is supposed to be a giant octagon. And the slime farm is just one piece of that. So the theme that I think you guys can work with on your own is a city theme. He just wants it to look sort of like a city. So we're going to have the roads coming through here with lines, you know, for intersections and lanes, and he wants a river to be going through it. I'm not sure how that fits with a city, but like not so much a city, but more of like a rustic town type thing. I'm not the best with my terms. I hope I'm not butchering this. Gulby, if you're watching this, I apologize. He might clarify some stuff in the comments, and I hope you do. Give us as much information as you guys can to work with, because I'm sort of just the thinker. I like to plan things and get Minerva moving in certain directions, but this is totally out of my element. It is not my best or strongest skill set to be working on facades like this. And now is kind of a good time to get into the parameters. So I understand that most architects, most builders, most designers aren't exactly the most technical players, and that's completely understandable. I understand, you know, I get it. So here are your parameters. Let me grab something that indicates this. This floor level right here, on each layer, right above the block, this is where the slimes spawn, okay? Adjacent to this block, if you have solid blocks like these red wools, now, I will be linking in the description solid, non-solid blocks so you guys can have something to base off of, but solid blocks such as like, you know, wool blocks or stone or whatever, this will slow down spawns. So you try to have you can't have those kinds of blocks at this level. So I'm going to explain what this is up here. Basically, every block in green is okay to use. You can put stairs and slabs and all the types of glass you want. You know, everything on here is completely fine to put next to that spawning floor. And you can see over here they put solid blocks next to it. If you want to use solid blocks, please keep it at least 1, 2, 3, 4, so 5 blocks away. basically mobs will be spawning here, and the trapdoor only lets them spawn off to the side. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks of clearance. Past 5 blocks away, I think the rate diminishes at a negligible rate. And on Minerva, I mean, I want this to be, you know, kind of as fast as we can keep it, but that 108,000 items an hour isn't rigid. Like, if you guys have a really great idea and you insist that a block be closer here and there, I'm not gonna worry about it too much, especially on, let me explain, like these outer chunks. So the player will be AFK roughly in the middle, probably towards that nether portal, but somewhere in here. So the chunks on the very end of the player's like spawning radius, like on the end, those aren't going to be the most productive chunks anyway. So if you want to build these kinds of buildings, that might be best over there. So just try to keep these blocks not next to it. So this isn't every single block in here, but you know, slabs, stairs, windows, like I said, are completely fine to put on those levels. And those blocks I've highlighted there are the only ones that really matter. So you can put, you know, just keep like a stair here, but then, you know, solid blocks are completely fine here. I think it's easy to do a window theme, so like maybe solid blocks here, and then 3 layers of windows, and then solid blocks here. You know, you guys can be creative. I'm not going to tell you what to build. I just need to inform exactly what's wrong. So what are these light blue blocks? The light blue blocks are, well, they're what you can put as a roof. And this is kind of why all of our builders sort of abandon this project and head for the hills, because this makes it so difficult. It is understandable that this whole area will be seen from the top. I mean, people fly around in elytras all the time. You will be seeing the roof of this. And, well, you don't have a lot to work with. So I'm not going to get into specifics, you guys, but basically due to the way that mob farms work in Minecraft, we try to keep it as low as possible. You can see every single solid block that would block the sky is below this blue line. It's below this chunk border. It's below Y31, I believe it is the number. You cannot have any block that blocks light above the spawning pads at all. So you can see that I believe this was Galby was tinkering around with different roofs. Carpets is a great idea. You can use trapdoors, obviously, pistons. The trapdoors need to be here because it lets the slimes jump faster. That can be wooden trapdoors or normal trapdoors, whatever you guys want them to be. If you want to just cover it with wool, I mean, that's completely fine too. You guys have a lot of options. If you want it to be open, just go for it. So obviously this is going to be kind of a bigger project. If you want to work on the official server, we are accepting applications for proper, like, dedicated Minerva artists to decorate these kinds of builds. So if you want to work directly with Galby and our team working on it, I say our team, but really it's him. He needs a lot of help on this. That would be great. So I think this is a really cool thing. I can get my fans involved. I can get anybody who finds this video involved working on this project. Obviously, there's no fear of griefing us if I just link the world download below. You guys can just do what you can. Maybe you just have an idea that you want to shoot us, but some of you might go crazy. Like, go ahead, load up on a world with world edit, by the way. On our creative worlds, I believe, if I can demonstrate with an axe, we have world edit installed, so we can actually change a lot of terrain very fast. And so some of you might go crazy and just do the entire thing. That's great. Just keep in mind that we need to fit with the Ruby Center themes. Like the nether brick roof and the wood panels are nice. Galby did shoot a screenshot that I'll probably link in the description. I don't want to edit this video, sorry guys. I'll link in the description so you guys can check that out. It's a really old post on our Discord, but it was just an idea he shot. And that I fell in love with that because I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool if we could have a city theme for each of these slimes, or these slime chunks. And that's kind of it. Obviously, I can't answer all of your questions in this video, so ask me in the comments below, hit me up on Discord, ask Galby on Discord. I'm hoping he'll be in the comments of this video, maybe not, but I think that just about covers it. So let's just do a quick reminder. Blocks above the green are all okay on the sides, and blocks with the blue underneath them are okay as your ceiling. And if you do need to use solid blocks, keep them about 5 blocks away. In the description will be a couple text documents labeled good and bad. Literally labeled good and bad right inside the world download, I suppose. I'll throw it in there. So yeah, I'll keep them separate. Maybe some of you don't want to download the entire world. Whatever. I'll put them together and separate. There you go. So you guys can download the text documents, and that'll just be a running list of every single block that's good to use and every block that's bad. And by good, I mean on the sides. So That's why I keep reminding, if you want to have a roof, make sure it doesn't block light. So light can go through pistons, light can go through glass, completely fine. Note that he used glass here. String is, it has rendering issues, and Minecraft really doesn't love a ton of string, so if you can avoid it, please do. But of course, creative freedom is something I am very open to hearing about. But yeah, so I hope that covers everything. I hope I covered everything that you guys need to know to work on your own a little bit independently. Just please use this as a guide. World download in the description. It will be as is, so this is an incomplete idea. You can see all he's got is markings, so this he just needs a lot of help. Gulby does on this whole project, and I can't wait to have this project done because it's been stalled for months, you guys. And I looked at the member list recently. We have about 50 Minerva members, give or take, because we're adding members. And I believe 7 or 8 of them are dedicated Minerva artists. And I think only 4 of them are like super active or actively working on a project. And that's just not enough, you guys. I mean, the members that are active are doing way more in survival than like can be designed in creative, if that makes any sense. We're designing and getting ready for farms faster than the farms are being decorated in creative, meaning if they don't have a decor around them, then we don't have anything to build. Like, we didn't build the storage room until Rubik's had designed the facade, and then we built it up and it looked amazing. Anyway, who knows? Maybe some of you guys will become members. I have to say that, like, I don't know what kind of response I'm going to get on this video, so I can't obviously accept every single design you guys send in. And by no means is it guaranteed to make its way on the survival server, but I would really love your ideas. Galby would appreciate the support and help. And at this point, I think I'm just rambling. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything in the video. Hope that's enough for you guys. Ask away in the comments. Hit me up if you need any more information. Hope you enjoyed this little update kind of announcement video. It wasn't really a proper video, but yeah, I'm gonna leave my character right here so you guys can get started. Can't wait to see what you guys have, and have a nice day.